Hello, welcome to our first Dented Shield playoffs game. So this is our second place third, so High Elves against Amazons. High Elves are my team here, so we played this 2 nights ago. Our High Elves finished with 4-2-1, Amazons finished with 4-1-2, but that one defeat was against the Amazon team here, so bit of a rematch against the team I struggled against the most in the regular season. Quite a bit of team difference here, as you can see. And yeah, we go into this one and see what we get. And we get rain. We get rain. Rain is a factor in this game. And this game, we both make quite a few mistakes in this, and we also have some dice letdowns too. Sort of things not going right that we'd expect to. And then we also both have things going right when it maybe shouldn't. So lots of exciting things to see. And it ends up being a nice close game, which are always the most fun to play. It's quite a tense one too. It being a playoff as well. That added to the tenseness. So I chose to kick largely because it's raining, but also because I like playing on defence with this team. I think I would have thought about it a bit more if it wasn't raining, and maybe tried to sneak a touchdown in early and then be in this position. But yeah, as it was with the rain, I'd rather the rain stops by the time I'm trying to do things with the ball. So you notice one of the inducements here, which is Willow. Other one was one Babe. The Amazons have got one Fame here, which will affect some kickoff results. Willow is the same cost as a wizard. I would have been far more worried if there was a wizard on the pitch. Not on the pitch, the wizard wouldn't be on the pitch. But yeah, that would have worried me far more than Willow. Not a weather change at the kickoff though, it is a blitz, so that is nice for me. And we haven't looked at the teams yet, so we're going to do that when this lineman finishes moving. Okay, so yeah, so we are defending. This lineman with kick and wrestle has immediately gone up here, so it kicked and followed it. Kicked deep very deliberately. Like I pointed out in other videos, I like the ball to be deep so that I can come in here, get between the ball and the line of scrimmage and put pressure on early. So he's gone down that way. This is going to be my blitz, which will create a bit more space for me on this flank. As long as I get a pushback at least to move more players through, get through here. I'll also move some players around there. But yeah, kick and wrestle. Got one more wrestle lineman, a block lineman, 3 unlevelled ones on the line of scrimmage, so they can't move in a blitz because they're marked. We've got 2 blitzers, both have dodge. 3 catches on the pitch, so we've got 1 Nerves of Steel, 1 dodge and Mighty Blow, 1 dodge and agility 5. So these 2 probably my key players, really. And then the blitzers as well, so a lot of good players on this team. My throwers on the bench because it has armor 7. And I'm probably going to keep hold of it for the rest of the season now. But also has accurate. And then we've got a new unlevelled catcher there. Amazons who are attacking, but we've had the blitz. You can get some Michaels back and how long they'll stay. So thrower is deep with sure hands. We've got a block line woman, a unlevelled blitzer, movement 7 mighty blow blitzer, who's their best player. But they've also got a guard line woman, guard blitzer, and the guards were the 2 players I was most concerned about because they unlock a lot of things for the Amazons, and I don't have any guard. So Willow, who is one of the cheapest star players available, probably for good reason. It's movement 5, which is not bad for Amazons really. You often see Willow pop up on elf teams, and then he's just someone really slow. He's strength 4 though. That is the big thing they've got. With Dauntless, which won't have any effect here, sidestep and thick skull. Yeah, so that's Willow. Willow's not great, but is a strength 4 body, which can be important, and is kind of how my opponent used him. A block line woman here, so there's lots of block and dodge players. We've got an agility 4 line woman, unlevelled blitzer, and an unlevelled catcher. And their bench has another unlevelled catcher, and I think 3 unlevelled line women. That one with armor 6. There's the catcher. Lino. Yeah, there we go. And we have a blitz. Straight away, making sure I move these players around because I'm not going to make their journey any easier. then just stepping in over here to deny them that space, and then I'm blitzing there just to push. So no tackle on my team, so we're going to see a lot of pushbacks from that block result. And then put back in there, and then these two are going to come forwards. I'll go for there, but I'm not re-rolling that. Right, so ball lands here, nice and deep, and moving in here. So moving in to shield the ball. I haven't entirely done it because I can still get around these sides. I probably need more players back here to shield this, and they're going to have to go for the ball. Like, the idea of getting the pressure in early like this is to force them to do something with the ball. And if it goes wrong, I can capitalise. That's the idea. So going to pick the ball up with the thrower, but fails it, even with sure hands, and it's the rain that messed both of those up. There we go. So they didn't get any of their blocks, but doing this is more important. It's definitely the right play going for the ball here. They had players here they could come back and screen more with, like screen more of these players off, make it harder for me to get at the ball if you don't make the pickup. And yeah, my opponent was saying at the time, was like, that's why I often leave the ball till later, so I can take the blocks. It doesn't matter, the ball's the most important thing on the pitch. That was the right play. It just didn't work, and it didn't work because of the rain. But now I've got a good opportunity in turn one to score, which is what I'm going to go for. So get the knock down there. And this player into screen in case the pickup or the catch goes wrong, because I'm looking at this catch can reach the end zone, this one can reach the ball, but they can't. Either that one could get the ball without go for it, and that one couldn't score without go for it. So I'm going to try for the pass. It's just 2+2+ with a reroll on that second one. Sorry, 3+ to pick up as well. But yeah, we do score turn one. Because of the blitz and the rain, so the conditions of the weather and the kickoff give us a nice early lead, which is a little bonus, and I'm not going to say no to it. A free touchdown at the beginning. We go again. So I've got the same setup. Amazon's pushing forward slightly more, and another blitz here could be quite harmful. Which is, like, unbelievably a second blitz, so I'm going to do the same again. Same two players on the wings pushing forwards, same blitz target, and these will push forwards as well. So agility 5 gave me 2+2 dodges to cut through there and get a bit further over. Two wrestle players here, making that an L shape, so it's a bit more difficult to blitz if they do want to come that way. I might blow player in that way, pushing there to keep away from the ball. I have gone one less player this way because I went for a bit more protection there that time. So this time we're now in the position where the first time we had, if the pickup goes wrong, they don't get the blocks. This time we're going for, if any of the blocks go wrong, they concede again. Go into that, and he said have some quite successful blocks. Including 2 removals, so that one's an injury. Badly hurt in turn 1. Got a bench of 2, so I'm not capped at 9 or anything, but there we go. So this is how Willow's used for a bit. Being a straight 4 player, can blitz on his own for 2 dice. Finds a power on my block dodge blitzer. And I'll go for the ball here. And then goes for a massive pass, which comes off. So sort of thing they had to do, and then run you down this way. And where I've gone this way, ball's over here, but still not quite safe. Don't really have the players to get it down here. I need to probably cage a bit tighter here. I think this player could have gone there, and this one there, and I'd have struggled to get in the actual cage, especially with my agility 5 player down here. So we'll be looking for an opportunity next turn. I hear a weird buzzing going on. It's just a fan on my computer. Right, so marking players here. This player here, because that's an assist, and that's 2 dice on the ball. We do get it down. Now, then I was regretting moving my agility 5 player because I think he could have got in there. There we go. Just moving supplies back because now we've got a couple of tackle zones on the ball. It's a bit of a challenge for the Amazons to do something about it, although they can get 2 dice on both of these markers. Going to push onto the ball though. Stun there, and then that is a nice scout for them. So can't quite score this turn, so we'll need to make a safe place to put the ball. I think back in there might have been safer because they had these 2 players still they could cage corner with there. Leave the ball in that space. So this is going to leave me 1 dice on the ball. And then Willow knocking down that block dodge. Lineman blitzer again. So got both of those screening players marked, so that's 1 dice. With wrestle, which is just 1 in 3 to get the ball on the floor. I didn't get that. Got a push back, and then stepping back around this way. Try and put numbers there. It's a failed dodge. That's my first reroll down. Still had a couple of players to move, so worried that back, and then that's that block there gets me. I think it was Mighty Blow, just for a stun, and then 1 dice for block. Find myself a bit of space, and means that guard player's a bit less a factor in this turn. They can just, I think they've got 2+2+ to score here. Yeah, with the dodge across that with the agility 4 player, so and then I go for it. Marking up there in case the ball drops. He's going to have a hard time catching that. So 5 in the rain. And that's 1-1. That's a very strange fan. So have some concerns. Yeah, 1-1. I'm down that injured lineman. Knocked out one's back. So I'm back up to however many players that is, 13. No, 12, because bench of one there. And now I'm attacking. Yeah, here with the strength 4 in the middle and no guard means I have to hit the 2 end odds first, and that means I can't do very much sort of pushing along the line to try and get extra hits on pushbacks, and there'll be a lot of pushbacks here. So yeah, why not? But I do want to hit Willow with Mighty Blow because it doesn't have dodge. It's the one player on the other team that doesn't have dodge, so it's 55% knockdown even without block for me. So I thought, yeah, it's my best chance of this player knocking someone over was to hit Willow. But strategically here, I want to score in turn 8 because that puts me up at half time. So we're just going to go stand over that ball there. I don't have time for a withdrawn offence, and that didn't really work very well against this team early in the season. Found it quite hard to get anything out of that. Pushing away there. That's probably going to be my blitz now. Yeah, just getting pushes here. And more pushes. So not quite the line of scrimmage the Amazons had last time round. And what are we doing here? Oh, I'm making this an L, so it's hard to blitz, although they do have guard players to unlock that. And more pushes. Okay. So no knockdowns off those 4, and we just go grab the ball, not fail it, and don't spend the reroll there. And catch it anyway, catch the bounce. But it's a foul pickup. Opening up with a lower block, which is successful. And again, this is probably the blitz target here. It's Mighty Blow. Just gets a push. And then looking down here to get pressure on the ball, which is probably the right thing to do, really. So I'm going to have to move the ball over here. Yeah, so then, yeah, I remember this turn. So I'm looking at, give the ball to this guy, because that's a 2+ with a reroll, catch. And then it's a threat, because it's not a very quick player in their half, so I could score quickly if I wanted to. But I'm looking at blitzing here. So I need an assist in, I think I need an assist there, blitz from there, so if I get stuck with a push, they can go there. And then I've got players who can come through here. Because I want to get as many players through as possible, I think I want to use someone further back to be the assist, and I've got dodge players back here to do that. Which in hindsight is where it goes wrong. So get away with the 1 there because of the catch skill. Bring the thrower forward because he's not relevant back there. And then double 1 that dodge. So that was the player I was trying to get in for the assist, because they weren't going to be able to do anything else. I wanted them to be involved in what's actually going on, and it gives me then this player, probably actually this player to blitz I was looking at. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players who can go through here. I could have the ball in here in a cage. That was the idea. But found that dodge on a double 1 and didn't come off. And in hindsight, obviously I've got other players free who could have come and been that assist without rolling dice, but that wouldn't have given me all the players I needed for that. Could maybe have... yeah, I suppose I could have maybe handed off to the catcher, but that's 3+. I need my team... sorry, to the thrower, but it's a 3+. and then have it over here, have the cage here, and then try and throw to it next turn. Or throw to it this turn. I don't know. Yeah, maybe other ways to do it, but that was what I was going for. And 35 times out of 36, I get the chance to do it, but not that time. And that leaves the ball very vulnerable. And they go for a Willow Blitz here because it's strength 4, but it needs to go for it and roll in and go for it with loaders. Not a great idea. Gets away with the loader, but not the second go for it. And then Willow's out of the game with that. And they wanted to use Willow because of strength 4, so they didn't have to take this assist out. But there's plenty of players back here who could just come mark there. And you've got all these block players who would have had a better chance at the blitz because this player doesn't have block. And it's just costing one more player. And it means you don't have to roll go for it with a load up or at all. It was a roll to go for it at all that was the problem. Loader wasn't there because it worked. But so we both lose out with some ones in a row there. Try and push this one away, and I can basically try again with the what I was doing before. So this player in to assist, this player to block, going from this way this time. Put them down with the block skill, and I can come through this way. I need to re-roll that. Do I need to do it at all? Okay, I'm trying to screen off these two, so I'm moving the player around to stand there. Yeah, to screen those off will make them go round a long way. There's catchers coming through here. Fellow dodge, so quite a few ones turning up for both of us. That's left the ball a bit more open than I'd have liked. He was trying to get in. I think he could have got there. I think that was where I was heading for. And then, yeah, still a couple more players I could have moved as well. That's another one. So another one costing a reroll. And I think they can get... Oh no, it's just got one dice on the ball there. Okay, so get that down. And injure my agility 5 catcher, which is missed next game. Apothecary goes for the kill, but so we take the miss next game. So that's a real shame. So if we make the final, we're going to have to do it without a key player. And also, it's a big miss just for this game. I was quite quickly feeling like I was missing that player. Every time there's an opportunity to do something in the tackle zone, it's like agility 5 catcher would have been great for that, but miss it a lot in this game, and I'm sure I will next game as well. Which isn't a spoiler, because even if we don't make the final, we got the third place game to play, and that's a big player to lose. So making sure they've got a scoring threat in, who's probably a bit further up than they need to. Well, only one square really. Turn 7, so I've still got 2 turns to try and make this good. Blitz coming in round from this side so I can push away from the ball. And yeah, here, agility 5 catcher would have had 3+ pickup. Just as an example. But yeah, going back to mark that scoring threat, so that makes it a difficult catch. Some blocks there. Is this my blitz? It's not my blitz. Oh, already blitzed down here. So here gets the touchline. I think this blitzer goes for a pickup here, which is a 4+. Failed and I don't spend the reroll, so I've got it for the last turn. The Amazons aren't in a very comfortable position here anyway. I'm outnumbering them over in this area. Got a few players who can come join, but that is a failed dodge into an injury. So 2 casualties I've not caused myself. Oh, and that failed dodge actually was, yeah, I remember. So Apothecary's left Apothecary, that was badly hurt. And he keeps that blitzer in the game. But yeah, that was a misclick foul dodge, which went wrong. I think they accidentally tried to dodge from there to there. I think they just clicked on the wrong square, double clicking away, which something I did wrong against the Amazons, and that cost me at least a touchdown, possibly the game in that one. But it was my fault. But it was not properly checking which square I was clicking on, and they left themselves with a 6+ dodge to try and get into there, fouled it and got injured. Right, so I've got one player to clear off the ball, and I can score here. And really, my priority this turn has to be that. And I lose sight of that a little bit in this turn because I get carried away trying to surf 2 players, which is not ideal. So, round here, blitz in there because I quite like the blitz to score if possible. And my idea was, if I still had the reroll available, I'd try and hand it off to him. And if not, I'd just try and pick it up. So surf that one, and that clears the ball. Now at this point, and I follow up there so I can surf the other player. But at this point, I should just go pick that ball up because I need the reroll for the key action this turn. Like I've said very recently in some videos, make sure you've got the reroll available for the most important thing you have to do every turn, which is picking the ball up. And if this guy needs the reroll to pick the ball up, he scores. If it doesn't, I'd still probably be tempted by the handoff to get the points on the blitzer because my blitzers are levelling too slowly. But either way, I should be scoring and I should be using the reroll to make sure I do. Instead, I get carried away and it's like, I can surf this other player who is a block line woman, not a massive deal, but I get too carried away with trying to put a player out, have to use the reroll, and then I get a turnover, so I don't even score. With a not block player as well, I should just not be taking that. It's totally my fault. I should be scoring, but I don't. So it's 1-1. So we had 2 injuries. Willow's there injury they've picked up, but they had another one, which is Postcreed. It's still raining. Such a big loss for the next game as well. So we're attacking without that key player. We've now got no bench either. We do still have 3 catches, but just not the best one. We've got quite a bit to get around here. They have left a gap on this touchline. I think do I identify that and go for it? So the line of scrimmage takes up 5 players. Yeah, and I do go for this side because there is that gap. But that should be my blitz as well, to try and make that gap wider and get players around it. But it's a blitz back for the Amazons, which is totally unjust. But obviously not at all unjust. So it's going to shut down my attack on this wing. Means I have to slow it down. Hits this catcher who doesn't have dodge. It means I'm going to have to look for another route of attack and then get these players forwards. Referee, they've kind of gone for higher value targets and to shut down my attack, but they could maybe have shut down my attack here and then blitzed over this way and got more players around to be a pressure on the thrower. Oh, no, actually no, because the kick was already a touchback. I think that was probably the right choice to not go too far forwards because I know I've now got the ball up here. So make the ball safe. Ish before we roll any dice, because this is my blitz. With the wrestle player. Take the both down. So this is not a tackle zone. I've left the ball exposed here. Okay, trying to free that player up. Okay, that was my best odds of freeing this player up. And then I'll cage here. So that's the open spot now. Had to go 1 dice on that guard player because it was causing me all sorts of problems in there. Actually, I could have done that dodge without blocking the guard player. I should maybe have done that first. I never found that dodge. That was a 3+ into a tackle zone. But with the dodge reroll, I failed them both. This is here on the cage corner. Gets it down. Imagine might have wanted to follow up onto the ball carrier, but they had to take the both down. Stun line over there. We're looking quite hemmed in, although I think that's probably my best escape route around that way. With the extra speed I've got, I can outrun them around here. So this should probably be the blitz to give me more space on that wing. And this guy wants to run forward, so better marking spot will be there. Like you learn when you play football as a kid, stay goal side. So that's the assist. This is the blitz. The blitz with that mighty blow player who hasn't had a casualty in a couple of games. Push it back in there. And stepping on, this is where I want to put the ball. I want to make it safe here. That should have stood up earlier. I should have done that first if it's not going anywhere. And then throwing a couple of 2+s there. So we've got a sideline cage. And then this player goes forwards. So just if that marker was there, he'd have had to go back and then go round, and he wouldn't have got anywhere near as far. It wouldn't have been a factor next turn. There's a failed dodge, which I imagine I'm not re-rolling. No, it was a 3+ as well. That's into a tackle zone. Just trying to get out, I think. I was a bit trapped in there. Let's just free this player up. Yeah, marking over here. And then this is the blitz. Rerolled the push and got a push. And I was surprised not to see a follow-up there, but why would they not? Is there a good reason why they wouldn't want to? I suppose it does leave me 2 dice with mighty blow against their most valuable player. So yeah, good protective move to not follow up, I suppose. But they have got plenty of other players they could pile in with. And then bringing lots of players back to either try and make sure I score early next, or make it harder for me to score. Failed 1 dice is pretty helpful and is another casualty, so my thrower picking up some points. And that's a miss next game on a guard blitzer, which is pretty big. So Amazon's also down a key player for their next match. So standing the players up. This one goes around here. On here, I think I just need to go cancel 1 assist out here. I'll cancel both out. There we go. So if we can push back here, this blitz is then free to blitz there, and I can just run down the touchline. That is a casualty, so that's a thrower. Badly hurt, so just out for this game. And here I tried to hold it up more, and I should just score. I can reach the end zone, and I should just go put this in. Because I've left, yeah, I should really just score here. Because I've left 2 dice on here to just get a pushback, and then this is a 1 dice blitz for a surf. Can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1 go for it. A 3+ with a reroll, which this dodge is better than a 2+. So think what you should really do is declare the blitz, dodge there. If you need the dodge skill, then go round. If you don't need the dodge skill, then carry on there. You can, as long as you've declared a blitz, you can do your action in installments, sort of thing. Getting ahead of myself there though, because I've still got this block which doesn't do anything. And yeah, there we are. So that's open, gets the pushback they need. Ooh, little freezer. And yeah, this is the blitz. So dodges through and then goes round. Did use a dodge skill though, so it ended up being the right way around. Need a reroll for that. And that's just a both down. So not surfed, but is down on the floor. And ball is caught there, which is great because it means I know where it is next turn. No one else can come and deal with that, so I can get, I think relatively easily get 2 dice on the ball here. I think I'd rather have done it without having to stand this player up on the touchline. And then 1 dice there. On the Mighty Blow player is a skull and a casualty, so my Mighty Blow player picks up a casualty. First time in 3 games. So that's going to be an assist there. This is going to be my most important bit, but for some reason I'm doing that first. If I run over, yes, I do need to stand that one over for the assist. And I blitz with the Mighty Blow. But that's just a push. So pinning against the touchline. And then this one comes in here. Give that blitzer a hard time of getting out. Double skulls there, re-rolled, finds a power. But for nothing. It gives me 2 dice there as well. This blitzer needs to get forwards to support. Set up another 2 dice. And then yeah, a couple of players can go forwards here. There we go, over to me. So I should be... Oh no, hang on, that is over to the Amazons. Yeah, their way out of this is tricky because they have to go 1 dice with the ball carrier, which is a skull and a skull again. They're getting themselves a double 1. Ball goes out. Lands over here. So now over to me, right, so I've got my striker can go fetchable. I've got catchers who can receive it. And one of them can score. That's the idea, I think. Want this one out of the way because I want to surf this player while I've got it available. Could also surf that one. But I'll take the power on it instead. And then this was a misclick. That was supposed to be the blitz. So instead to go with this player. So waste the player's action. And then shouldn't re-roll that. I should just take that both down with the wrestle. Instead re-roll for the surf, which doesn't get anything. And now I don't have the re-roll to pick up the ball. Which is why I should not have re-rolled that. And as soon as I re-rolled it, I realised that, but that's a bit too late. So this one round stand on the ball. My throw needs to come get it. And we've got 2 catches. You can try and take that. Make the pass and double on the catch. So another double 1 turning up. We're both getting them though. And drop it in the end zone. So I was just going to score that turn. I think actually no, I wasn't. I was going to come over here where no Amazons could reach me. Instead they got a 1 dice splits there. To push back. And now this player can come away with the ball if they need to. And then this is potentially a scoring threat. And let's come back, I think, to receive the pass. Yeah. So need a reroll to pick up here. Gets that, and now has a pretty big throw to make. Makes it on a 5. Makes the catch as well. So one of those plays that probably shouldn't have worked but did. So there was a couple of those, and both times the Amazons have had to make an emergency throw. They've managed it back after that second blitz where they needed to. But yeah, they get it up there, which is pretty good going. And I was looking. I was so far forward here, even the quick high elf team was not quick enough because I wanted to blitz into this corner to push this guy out here, so I've got an easy 2+ dodge to just come over and get in the way. But no one can reach because this is my assist for that. Maybe I think the thrower should have blitzed. This guy could dodge. Go 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he could have been in there. So try and free some players up to come back and make sure there's pressure on the ball. There's lots of those. So yeah, we're all flooding back. But I've still got scoring threats because the catches are so quick. And then I have to blitz around. Yeah, he should have been the assist and the thrower should have been the blitz. We did get a push, but I misclick into the wrong player, so I don't get the dodge out that I wanted. So he has to go that way around instead, and just be a marker instead of being in the way. But this is an easy 3+ dodge out. Picks up an injury on that Lino, who is -1 movement. So he's out of the next game and has a permanent injury. So looking at blitzing down here, I think with the ball carrier. Yeah, but fails the dodge, so hits a 1 in 9 there. And drops the ball. So turn 15, I have to make sure I've got players who can score. I could score this turn, as I said, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. And yeah, looking to free up that player. Just push. So this player being on 28 points now is my favourite one to score with because this player really needs to block. But I've got other options too. So yeah, all three of these catchers can score. That's the one I want to score with though. And throw comes to get the ball, but fails to pick up again. Wasn't even just the rain, and then go for the re-roll. It's another double one. Although 2s would have failed there as well because of the rain. And now I don't have the re-roll for that last turn. And also crucially, neither of us have re-rolls for overtime if it goes there. We've been a bit free and easy with the re-rolls. So blocking the thrower. It's just a push. And not cleared off the tackle zone. So I've still got it in 2 tackle zones here. Amazon's looking at getting more players marking the ball. And I'll take 2 dice there as well. Finds a power, so this player's not a factor next turn. Around here, yeah, looking for another mark on the ball, but that's another fail. Go for it. We did throw 2 of them there. Threw a couple, another 1 or 2 there earlier in the turn as well. So I need to get this guard player out of the way, and now I can try and do something about these. So that is an assist. Push back there to get a player off the ball. And then I think, yeah, I need that there, and then I need the assist there. I should have done them the other way around. So if I put the assist there, if I get stuck with the pushback, I can go there and I save myself a dodge for the thrower. But I'll find a power anyway. 2 of them. And now the thrower can pick up the ball. Oh no, would have had to dodge anyway. This player was there. Not risking the pass, which maybe I should have because it was 2+ with a reroll. I could have got him another point, but I get the touchdown in turn 16 to go 2-1 up. think Amazons just get one turn here. Amazon's not a great one turn scoring team, but if there's a riot, we could still be level, and then we've got to go into overtime with no rerolls for anyone. So I just protect all my valuable and vulnerable players. I have to put this wrestle one on the line, which is a shame, because what was it, turn 1, I had one of my unlevelled linemen go out of action for the game. We just have to take some more blocks. So this player on 15 points could be one making a throw. Have maybe that player and a catcher back to try and pick up some points. A bit late in the game for bribes. We don't make any use of those at this stage. So let's take a wrestle down there. It's good for me. And pushes continues to be good for me. More pushes. There's one down. And here, could have gone with... Yeah, I can get 3 dice here. Could have used this blitzer for it, which is more chance of a knockdown. But going there and then on a pushback, they can get another hit in. Just another 3 dice. And then does get a knockdown. But just stunned, and I think they go for a pass. This one's on 5 points as well, so it could have moved someone closer to, like this catcher could have gone back here first, then you wouldn't have to go for it to try and get a short throw. But yeah, all a bit immaterial in the end. So 2 players got 6 points and both level on MVPs, which is good. One's just that lineman who was injured in the first turn. This is a 1-point blitzer who picked up MVP. Help blocking Amazons, I was very pleased with. I was not expecting that at all, but worked out okay. Did I? Oh yes, I guess 3 of these, were casualties for my players. They had, I think, at least 2 casualties, which were failed dodges and go for it and stuff as well. So quite a lot of Amazons had to sit out, but it didn't feel like numbers really played a part, and there weren't any kickoffs where we were setting up with one of us down on players. And yeah, 3 injuries inflicted each. So that's, it was quite even with all that. Quite a few points for both of us. And yeah, there are no dice. But yeah, you can see it's even spreads on both teams. I don't actually have a lot more ones, but like I said before, they could be on these where they're good, so it doesn't really tell us enough. But yeah, there we go. We've made the final. So we've not been in the final since season 2 when we won. But I did with Chaos. But yeah, we're there again. Amazons are into their 3rd place playoff. We'll find out who we're playing in the next game, because that game happened at the same time. And we'll see how these teams look for the next games. Amazons have that guard blitzer missing the game. I picked up another guard blitzer, and they picked up agility 4 and a catcher, so they've got 2 agility 4 players now. Catcher's a good player to have it on as well. It's like a slow elf. That's their only changes, I think. Yeah, this is a big miss though. But they've sort of got an extra one, or picked up guard with that level. And there they are. We had 2 levels as well. 2 players missing the game. Okay, just had my recording stop because of insufficient disk space. I've not been clearing out the files. Right, so there might be a little bit of overlap here, but I was talking about, this is a big miss, like I said, during the game, and obviously it's my best catcher out in the next game. Although this one's still pretty cool, and now has block from that level, got a casualty and a touchdown in that game to get to 31. I block Lyman, took a movement penalty, he's going to miss the next game as well, so Lyman, who levelled, picks up block, so that's kind of going to fill in for that. But we're now down, we've got no we haven't got 3 unleveled linemen for the line, so this wrestle guy is going to have to go on as well. But also down players next time. Yeah, we're going to be on 11 players for the final. Can't afford another lineman, which I would like to have got, but yeah, we're going to have to go in with 11 players and without this important one. But otherwise, looking quite nice as it stands. And yeah, we'll be back for the final against our opponents, and we'll find out who that is in the next game.